Ooh, that hurt my freaking knee. Okay, so today we have Whatever Happens, I Love You from Morrissey for Morrissey Friday. The title sounds romantic. It sounds lovely. My goodness gracious, this is the B-side for Boxers. Again, a song that, I mean, is pretty much about a boxer, I guess. But anyway, and I reacted to a while back now. But anyway, yeah, today we have Whatever Happens, I Love You. I thought I might have already reacted to this, but I guess I have not. So let's get into it, talk about it after, and let's go. 3 minutes.
Names, secret names, but never in my favor. But when all is said and done, it's you I love. We stole each other's clothes, but when all is said and done, it's you I love. Yes, 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 oh yes. Fights for rights, everyone's oh so quick with advice, and when they've all said their piece, it's still you I love. Now, just like then.
And there it is. Whatever Happens, I Love You. Now, I have to say at the top, because I reacted to, I believe last week now, Kirsty MacColl's They Don't Know. I'm getting some of the same kind of feelings and messages from that song as I do in this one. And I don't know if it's as straightforward as it is, just like that. But, I mean, from the title alone, Whatever Happens, I Love You, it seems like, I'll just say at the top before I go, I'm going right in, I guess, to the lyrics, which I usually don't do. But it seems like, no matter what happens, no matter what people say, at the end of the day, I'll always love you. I'll only care what you have to say. I won't care about the other people's advice, as he says at one point, and all this stuff. It's just like, at the end of the day, I love you and you alone. So that's, right at the back comes to mind. But I do have to say, this does have kind of a haunting feel to it. It's a moody feel. And I don't know, because the instruments here that I see, because this is from around the Foxhall and I era, I do believe this was a part of the deluxe edition I see here. The 2014 anniversary remastered includes these previously unavailable tracks, which included this one among the 14 that I see here. Anyway, but so I'm just looking here at these musicians here from this album. So Morrissey, of course, on vocals, Alan White on guitar, Bosworth on guitar, Johnny Bridgewood on bass, and Woody Taylor on drums. But it did sound like, I mean, there was some experimentations going on here. It was an experimental track almost, it sounded like. There was I want to say like some strings, or there was maybe even a clarinet in there. So I believe there's more than just, guitar, bass, and drums and the voice. But yeah, there just seemed to be a lot more different instruments in this track, which made the track seem even more, I don't know if I'd say eerie in a way, but at the same time, it's just a lot more experimental. That's the word that really comes to mind here. It seemed like they were really trying to, throw the kitchen sink at this song, with the music. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, it all came together near the end there, and of course it kind of faded away. But which I always love when a song just kind of fades away. How do you end the song? Let's just turn the music down. But yeah, so that's just one thing that really came to mind. I had to say that it seemed like there's a lot of different instruments here, but I don't see it really, put out anywhere. But I will say, with Morrissey's voice here, I talked about the hauntingness of the whole music, whatever, but that's kind of, I guess I would say, balanced out by how Morrissey's voice is so tender and so soft and so loving, I guess you would say here. It's unlike I've heard him really in a while. That in a song that I've heard, I don't know. Yeah, his voice just sounds extra, special here. Especially when he did the yes. He's holding on to those S's, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is a little bit, it get a little bit hot in here. But yeah, I really enjoyed his voice there, and again, just his style on this track with his loving voice, I guess I would say, just how he's putting on that voice. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, that's the only way I could describe his vocals for this one. So tender and sweet, and I really enjoyed that. Again, it sounded different from what I've heard, but again, I do love so many different songs from this era, I guess I would say, of his career, from Vauxhall and I here back in like the almost mid 90s, early 90s. And so again, this one's, no exception to this. But yeah, his voice was just on another planet on this one, which I enjoyed. So yeah, my goodness gracious. And I guess that's what I gotta say off the top. There's really not that many lyrics for this track. Hold the phone. But I would say as well, just to end off, because I wanted to think back for a second, it does seem like the song, again, it kind of picks up near the end and kind of becomes more dark. And, at the end of the day, it's just like, are we talking about, actually like a love here? I guess we are, but are we talking about boxers again here too? Is this a love between, somebody standing beside their boxer? I don't know. But anyway, going into these lyrics now, names, secret names, but never in my favor. So right off the bat, it just seems like, again, Morrissey again has to start off the track, kind of almost sounding to be down in the dumps in a way. And they got to think about these names as it goes on. But when it all is said and done, it's you I love. And it's like, if people knew these secret names, our secret names perhaps, or whatever, something like that comes to mind, would they disapprove? Again, I think about societal norms. I think about maybe people giving this advice, as he would go on to say later, and, it being kind of fallen on deaf ears, because at the same time, Morrissey and whoever he's talking about here, a partner or whatever, love each other, and that's all that matters. And it's just like, you may not approve or whatever, or these names or secret names are never in my favor, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. I love you the most. That's the only thing that really comes to my head. Cold loving prose, we stole each other's clothes. But when all is said and done, it's you I love. Yes, oh yes. And he just goes off there, and I'm just like, good Lord, I just love the yeses here. That was probably my favorite part. I just love, I don't even know I don't know if I'd say aggression, but just the conviction that he had with those yeses, and just with the S specifically. And anyway, but yeah, cold loving prose again. We stole each other's clothes. And again, I just think about in a relationship, you wear each other's clothes. Usually, I guess, if you're a woman, you wear the guy's sweater or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't really fit in any of, woman's clothing. But anyway, so that comes to my mind. But, when it's all said and done, it's you I love. And then the yeses, like I said. And if you want to get down to it too, I would think about just the communication between the two of them, and just how inseparable they might be with each other. And just those lines of, we stole each other's clothes. But at the same time, is that really stealing? I guess you're borrowing each other's clothing. But anyway, but yeah, it just seems like they're very close, obviously. And no matter what anyone says, they love each other and they're going to stay together. And again, I just think about Kirsty MacColl's. They don't know. They don't know how we feel about each other. They don't know what's going on and how much love we have for one another. Anyway, and it's kind of weird for Morrissey to do, to sing about this, because is this person he's talking about real, or is this just a made up relationship? Because again, he's had so many different songs about unrequited love, or having love for somebody who, you know, does not feel the same way at all, and I don't know, or just having love for somebody that he doesn't want to actually go up to and talk to, whatever. You know, he's done this on so many different songs, so that's another thing that comes to my head. Anyway, and then we have the last part here. Again, the lyrics are not, you know, there's not much here. Fights for rights. You know, you got to fight for your right to party. Everyone's oh so quick with advice. And again, I think about people that maybe aren't, you know, approving of this relationship for whatever reason. I don't know. And at the end of the, it's still, there is still something in the back of my head saying, is there something darker here? But I don't know what that would be. Anyway, and when they've all said their piece, it's still you I love. And now, just like then, yes, yes, yes. And then it's just like, again, there's not much here, but at the same time, it's getting me thinking. It's a thought-provoking track. Again, I would just say about love and just, you know, how we love each other so much and how close we are and all that stuff. And for some reason, maybe some people don't like it. I don't know what's going on, or maybe, you know, the person that Morrissey's talking about, the narrator in this track, maybe he's hiding something, or the partner's hiding something. This also comes to mind. But at the end of the day, if you just take it at face value, it just seems like, yeah, everyone's so quick with advice, and when they've all said their piece, it doesn't matter. I'm not listening anyway, because we still love each other. I still love you anyway, and that's all that matters. And, you know, just like now, just like then, that's all that matters. You know, just like before and everything afterwards. You know, that's the only thing that's going to matter. So anyway, yeah, these things come to my mind, and maybe I'm just overthinking this, which is a possibility. I mean, I have had that talk with my therapist, but yeah, again, it just seems like there seems to be maybe some opinions or some judgment against this couple. And again, just looking through these lyrics, I guess, yeah, there's not much else to really say. But yeah, it seems like there are some again, judgmental people around, you know, about this relationship. But despite all that, despite all these challenges, it seems like, you know, they love each other and they're going to stay together. And, you know, it's just like they don't care about what the opposition says. And again, is there something to do here? Because again, I think about boxers and just how much this kind of reminds me of the song Boxers. Is there anything to do with boxers here or not? Maybe I'm just, again, overthinking that. But anyway, because I really still do love, I really still do love the song Boxers. And just from the opening of that track, and just, you know, losing in front of your home crowd and all that stuff, and just the visual you get from that. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed the song. And again, the song that comes to mind is Kirsty's. And again, just talking about how they don't know about us, man, and what we feel with each other, and that's all that matters. So anyway, this was a nice little change for Morrissey, though. I would have to say, I love his voice on this track so goddamn much. This is one of my favorite tracks I've heard. I have to say, just because of his voice, just because of that tenderness. I haven't heard him like this in a long time, and that just took me by surprise. So I really want to get that point across. But yeah, again, through this time, I see this was released in 1995. So yeah, I really enjoyed this era of Morrissey. And of course, he would go on to release in 1997 Maladjusted. Then he would come back in 2004 with his comeback. But yeah, here again, he was so good. So anyway, thanks for watching, I guess. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Don't want this video to get too long. I just want to get all my opinions out there. So leave your opinion down below as well. Is there more to the song, or is it just a lovey-dovey song? Yeah, or is it, you know, because there was a hauntingness to it, and it kind of picked up near the end of the track as well. But maybe that's just, you know, maybe that was just the music, and there's not much else to say about that. But anyway, thanks again for all the support, watching, commenting, subscribing, liking. I appreciate it all. And I'll talk to you guys again soon.